week, the first webinar, just to set the tone for everybody. I just put the little hangout live, so hopefully here in the next few minutes, people will start hopping on and things like that. But how are you guys doing?
Doing
Doing
good,
awesome,
man.
bro. Awesome, man. Awesome. I've been trading for a little bit under 2 years, but there's some stuff that I don't even know, bro. To be
Right.
honest, so these calls are
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
pretty
I
dope,
mean,
man.
there's still stuff that I don't even know. So,
Yeah, these calls are definitely appreciated, man.
but what I figured, what I've began to watch though on like
We got 10 people.
everybody's training and things like that. So we've got a lot of groups who have their own separate way outside of Christopher Terry's method that they're teaching people, which is perfectly fine. Don't get me wrong, but for people to completely understand what Christopher Terry is doing as leaders, we have to train people on his module and his platform and what he does. So I guess I wanted to do for my trainings and things like that. That's what I'm mainly focused on is his modules, his training, and so forth. Just going in depth on it because, like I said, he's got videos and things like that so far. But I'm pretty sure there's questions or there's little things and twerks and tweaks like that that can be put along
Mhm.
with it or
Mhm.
explained in a different manner and so forth. So uh, hold on, guys. Let me see. Try now.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people saying they can't get in the call. You said you're gonna jump. You're gonna drop the YouTube link.
Yeah, it's the same link, so all they should have to do is just click on it because it's streaming now. So
Let me see.
I'm just waiting.
What's Christopher Terry saying? Go to the
Okay, just like whatever they join, and then we can kind of see more.
So yeah, well, what this does is, it gives us a chance to work out all the kinks. I don't know what webinar platform we're actually going to be using, but yeah, so this Google Hangouts on Air stuff isn't going to be like, the platform at all. So
Nah, man, most definitely not. No, what I was asking was, you got the YouTube link for this?
oh,
Yeah, because the Google Hangouts, it gets full after like 10 people or so,
Yeah,
yeah, hold on, let me
or
see.
something like that.
yeah. Let me get that link so I can get my buddy in.
All right, hold on real quick. It's not the Hangout link, or it's gonna be on
Nah,
YouTube.
nah, bro. If you go on your screen, you go in the lower left, lower right, I believe, and
Yeah.
you see it says something about sharing this with people and stuff like that. You click on that, and then it'll give you the YouTube link.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. Right here. My bad. Yep, you're right. Here it is.
All right, cool. Cool.
Copy. I'll post this for people.
Yeah, so this should be. Yeah, you
Um,
can just drop that. Everybody will be able to hop on.
paste. Damn, that wasn't it. Hold up.
Yeah, right now he's link.
And we're off. Here we go.
Cool, cool, cool. What's going on, Roy?
Oh shit.
Yeah, what happened? It's not working?
Oh no, I'm posting the link now. I think I sent it to. Hold on.
Alright, cool.
I'll send it to you, Ivan. I mean, Kazar. Hold on.
I mean, if you could drop it in the 100K chat,
Yeah, I think that'd be better.
yeah, just drop it in there. That'd be cool. Or just drop it in my chat. Don't matter.
Boom. There we go.
All right, cool. Cool.
Hopefully we got a nice little turnout, man.
No, most definitely. Let me see if I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in my chat real quick.
My emails. What emails, man? I think I can't remember which ones I had set up. That's pretty funny. So hopefully we get a nice little turnout. I see we got one viewer so far, so let's give it a few more minutes or so.
All right, cool.
It should be a good amount of people coming on. There's a lot of people asking.
That's what I know.
Yeah, there's gonna be a good 15 more people jumping on. Right? You can. Hey, Wallace, you see anything? Scalp, long trade. I mean, Australian JPY looks like something, but
Oh shoot, I haven't looked at a chart yet. I'm still in that same GA trade I called from earlier this morning.
GBP AUD?
Yep,
Let me see. What? Sell on the hourly?
yep.
Cool. Oh.
Let's see.
Symbols. No, I don't even trade that. I don't even trade that.
Yeah, we got more people coming, so well, a few more minutes, man.
Sounds good.
Super cool.
Dang, son. Is that Dimitri, man? He said he's at one view. Ah, that is funny, man. Who's Carlin Poop? Let's go. That's funny, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I think Ivan's on too.
Oh man. Let's see what people are saying. Uh, dang, son.
No, what are YouTube, man?
All right, cool, cool. So,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Panda. Oh yeah, we're slowly picking up people. Um, this webinar's not gonna be too long, guys. Like I said, I'm just gonna explain to people, welcome people, and set the tone. So, and that new system's looking all right that Calvin's working on.
What happened? He said he dropped the system?
No, the new
Oh, the new one?
yeah, I guess he's got a picture of it.
Oh, he dropped the picture? Where did he drop the
Yeah,
picture from?
18 minutes ago.
Let me see. Oh, shit. Oh shit, that looks pretty dope. Why is Forex? Oh, he duplicated their website. Yeah, but he made
Oh
it
yeah,
better though. Well, he made it better though. But it looks it's the same.
man. I'm gonna get started in like 2 minutes. So if people aren't on, they'll catch the recording. I guess. Let me record it, by the way. Oh boy.
Calvin, what you up to, man? What you up to? Let's see.
Let's close that. All right, we'll get started. Forget it. All right, so for you all who had just joined, my viewers, what's going on? Hope you all had a great day of trading last night and today and so forth. Um, as I was mentioning earlier, guys, like I said, I want this week to be welcome week. It's going to set the tone for next week. I want to explain how it's going to work with you guys and things like that. So, today I'm not going to keep you too long. What I wanted to explain tonight is the material that's going to be covered. I'm gonna do this Monday nights and Friday nights, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now we're gonna try that this week and see how many people are able to join. If it's too late for some people, because I know people like to get to bed and then wake up for Christopher Terry as well, so I don't want to keep people up all night. Might be able to move this earlier to maybe around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time or so. That's possible as well. But it's imperative that you all, make sure that you get your new folks on these webinars because we're using IML's platform on these webinars. I'm not teaching any of my training personally on it. I might here and there, but for the main bulk of the information and the knowledge is we're going to be covering is basically coming straight off the iMicros Live website. So coming up next week, if you're a vet in the game or already know some of this stuff, you can take maybe that week off or something like that, or maybe just get brushed up. So coming up Monday, we're going to become. I'll be touching up on all this stuff on Monday, just real quick, because for the most part, it's not nothing too strenuous or anything too lengthy that I need to cover. Um, We'll start with, the same module right here, steps of trading success. Now, I'm not going to go through this whole video or anything like that with you all, but what I'll do, or what I'll have is some written material and documents of important key elements of the video that, that you all want to remember or that you want to study or take from it. The good thing about this is, like, his videos are already pre-made, so that way after I go through it, you all can go back and watch the video in its entirety and, gain more knowledge and information from it. So this is going to cover up, like Monday, maybe even Monday, Friday, whatever. Going on from there is when we'll get into the advanced videos. Now, these are going to be, I'm going to try to make these as in-depth as possible. Most of these webinars should last at least an hour and a half, up to 2 hours. I'm not going to keep you all up all night, like I said. And so most of these webinars will come with some kind of reading material and literature. Maybe even a nice little quiz or something like that to quiz you all over the material that I need you all to actually take from the learning. So what I've noticed on Facebook and the different groups that have popped up or that were already standing before IML is that they all have their different way of trading and things like that, which is perfectly fine. But if we're going to be trading with Christopher Terry, we kind of need to understand how he goes about doing his trade style and things like that. So that's why I've decided to basically teach his platform and his training and things like that. So eventually we'll be going all the way to the harmonics course. Where's that at? I'll be going through all these as well, from the Gartley, the bat, the shark, the patterns, things like that. So I'll be going over all this material, guys. Basically, that's already on the iMarkets Live website. So if you've already been over the material, this is going to be, like I said, follow up and brush up and just help you to memorize some stuff. Many of you all probably have not been through the material due to the simple fact that, hey, that we're always in the chat, or we just simply just trade with Christopher Terry, which is perfectly fine. But to further your expertise and your knowledge, we're going to go through all this stuff. All right, guys. Um, so tonight, I just want to explain that, and just spend some time marking up some charts and things like that. So let me start my program, and we'll get into that. Just a second. Dang, GA is really paying out, isn't it? Can you all see my screen?
Oh yeah, yeah, we can.
All right, cool. Um, this is what I've been using here lately. Many of you all probably know that I use Luciano, which I still use Luciano on my mobile device and things like that. But for now, I'm just basically using something where I find that it's pretty simple. It's not too much clutter. It's just two indicators and a moving average, and the rest is just basically price action, a trend line, and maybe some Fibonacci. Um, I'm trying this out for like the remaining of the weeks for probably about 6 or so I could put together some training for like the newest of new people, in the forex industry. If we can teach them supply and demand and some standard deviation with these dots and just a little bit of price action, I believe that just them trading off the high and lows of the day or maybe even the week, or just the supply and demand zones would be something that they could become profitable with, fairly quick and in a matter of weeks. So this is just something, like I said, I've been trying out. But as you all see, like when these dots paint inside one of these supply and demand zones, it's typically going to go the opposite direction. Hold on. That's on the 15-minute chart. So, which is pretty good. So it's like two confirmations in one area. But you've got your resistance up here with your deviation that tells you, hey, you got your support down here, demand down here, with your deviation that says, hey. So from there, you're basically just reading a couple of price actions with the candles themselves. All right, and then just going from there. The extra added confirmation on top of this would be the harmonic scanner. So you've got your supply and demand zones, deviation, and then a harmonic pattern that paints. That's three confirmations in one area that basically tells you, hey, short or buy, short or go long. So that's what I've been messing around with here recently. I'm pretty fond of these dots. They go in line with a lot of stuff. um,
What pair is that? GBP USD?
no, this right here is a US CAD on the 4 hour. Yeah. Hold on, let me adjust this real quick. There we go. Yeah, this is a US CAD on the 4 hour. It's got a shark pattern down here at the low. Which seems to be actually standing. Okay, so here's what we've got down here. Let me pull this up. If you guys want what everything that I'm using, I'll post a link to where you all can download it as well. So it's like I said, it's nothing really too fancy.
Right.
It's, oh boy. All right. Charge objects. There we go. So what I'm looking at on USD CAD is we had the shark pattern paint on the 4 hour. So this right here, this red bar bearish candle, this doji, and this right here is a 3 candle formation. But what I'm seeing on this formation is not enough momentum on this bullish candle for it to be really validated as a buy for me just yet. Now, the reason that could be is because, of course, the timing isn't there. It's 10:30 at night Eastern Standard Time in the middle of the Asian Tokyo session. So it's not going to be too much movement on a United States dollar or Canadian dollar pair. Um, so as far as that standing, I'm not too sure that would stand just yet. So what I do is I look down to the 1 hour chart. Now what I'm looking for, guys, when I'm seeing a dot like this inside a supply demand zone after a nice downtrend, I'm looking for the change in momentum. Okay, from to shift from going down to up. Now this change right here, it's it's okay because, like I said, the timing of it, you have to be mindful of what time it is or what trade house or trade market you're trading in, or trade session, I should say. Whereas right now, it's like I said, it's the Asian Tokyo. We're expecting a lot of range on United States dollar pairs. Um, so this swing and this change of momentum, it looks pretty good. So after this change of momentum, I'm now looking for the retest to this support. All right. Now that retest doesn't necessarily have to come all the way down here to this low. It could pin like it did over here, or it could just be a nice little bearish candle like it was right here before it bounces back up. And that could be a valid retest if we see some momentum going back up. Now this scan happened, what, 5 hours ago? And it's a 4 hour chart. So even though it's a shark pattern on the 4 hour chart, it's going to take some time to develop. So hopefully by London session we should be able to see something. If not by London, maybe in New York of tomorrow. What else we got? It's also a shark pattern on the hour chart as well. So
you want to confirm on the 15-minute?
I mean, you could confirm on the 15-minute, but what I'm waiting for right now is you see this moving average right here. I was still pointing down. These candles are still closing below it. So I would use this as kind of like my quote-unquote trend line. I'm waiting for the price action to start closing above this trend line, or I
Right.
mean this moving average right here, before it actually. This is even on the hour chart before it confirms to me that, hey, that's a nice one. Now I could start coming down here to the 15-minute chart and seeing what's going on with it. But as you see on the 15-minute chart, these candles are already closing below it, but
Mm-hmm.
they're still pinning off this demand zone right here, right?
Okay, cool.
So knowing that it's a United States CAD pair, like I said, we won't probably see too much movement until either London or New York. So
Okay, that makes sense.
let's see. Now this Euro CAD pair, this could be something that we could trade. Let's say come tonight, London. Let's see. Price action on this. So this would be a nice little. Man, I wish the timing of this was nice. So this is the pin bar to the low on this harmonic scan right here of the shark on EuroCAD 1 hour. Since then, you've had a nice change of momentum. A retest that really is failing right now. As you see, here's a 3 candle bearish reversal pattern. But the way this candle's looking, is it's going to be another 3 candle reversal pattern immediately right after that one. So that's why when you see reversal patterns, you typically wait a candle or two afterwards or get in on a very highly reliable pattern. So I'm expecting this, because this right here is an inverted hammer. So I'm expecting this on the hour chart, this next candle, 11 o'clock candle, to be bullish. Let me see. Yeah,
So it's going up. It's gonna go up at 11 o'clock.
I'm not gonna say it's gonna go up, but it should be bullish
Bullish.
based off, yeah, the 1 hour chart. You've got your inverted hammer.
Okay.
So here's your pin bar from the low right here. You're changing momentum. This can be considered your retest towards your low that really failed. So it should have a little bit more bullish momentum left to it. The thing about these deviation dots as well, these are something that I use to, I should say, I guess, measure a trend. Let me explain. Let me go back real quick.
Just as another confirmation, or
Um, for what? Yeah, well, there's a few things. So they're as they act as another confirmation, like you say, as far as entry. But they work as part of a zigzag formation, which helps me, add in additional orders or, catch a pullback or just know when something is a pullback or just a retracement against the main trend or something like that.
okay.
Um, so for instance, the threes, those are typically like main trend reversals, okay? If we go back in time on the hour chart, hold on. Hour, 4 hour chart is what I mainly use them on. Each three typically is a major trend reversal, depending on where you catch it at. So a three like this, now what those dots represent, let me explain first what those dots represent. Those dots represent the average of price in relation to the distance it gets outside the mean. Okay, so what that means is the three is telling you that price has gone extremely beyond the average of where it has been trading in. A two is telling you that it's like a medium extremity beyond the average of price that it's been trading in. One is just, it's small. Those are the different levels. One is small, two is the medium, three would be the big. The major trend reversal. Two would be, let's say, a retracement against the main trend. One would be considered a pullback, to keep it in layman's terms. Now that's, like I said, these are all just guidelines, so they're not 100% correct or 100% true all the time. So for instance, this three right here, let me try to zoom this out. They work with a zigzag formation, and if you're real proficient or if you're using Elliott wave, they help you count your waves, so to say, okay?
Okay.
So starting from this three up here, this drop would be X, wave 1 to 2, wave 3 to 4, 5 to 6. Then you got 7 before you have your ABC CD, either trend continuation or reversal, right?
Mhm.
So what it does is, let's say if you catch a 3 on a nice trend reversal, You would enter your nice low lot risk management order up here and let it ride until you see the next dot paint below. Whatever dot paints to the high, that same dot has to paint to the opposite side for that pattern to be complete.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That makes sense.
so if you see a 3, you typically know that hey, the next 3 has to paint to the opposite side. So you can let this trade ride until you see the next 3, or until you see another dot paint. Now, once you become, I guess, confident enough in using something like that, what you can do is have your order entered here, 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 and here. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You're compounding these orders, and you're not really exposed to any risk because you've got this order that is still in profit right here. So when you go to enter this order, you're still in profit. You're going to gain additional profit. You're compounding now, and you end up
Mm-hmm.
eventually catching hella. Hold on, catching hella pips. Uh, like this move right here. If I would have done it like so, that took on the hour chart. That take what was that? February to February 11th to March 3rd. So it's a swing trade system. I'm a swing trader, FYI, guys. And you caught hella pips. Like that pip count is retarded just to have that open. It took you 3-4 weeks or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
let's say if you put a mini lot or a micro lot on that, then you just got a few $100 off of a small size lot order, and that's what typically happens. So it doesn't really take a lot of money or anything like that to necessarily be profitable with this. You just have to have that dedication to I guess to respect the proper risk management of forex and things like that. So that's typically what I do. But
Okay, that makes sense.
so that's how I use those deviation dots in conjunction with your harmonic that paints as well. Then if you got a supplier demands on there, like that's just all extra confirmation, and it's easy confirmation that's identifiable by, let's say, new people if you train them to look for that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to get together. What's the easiest method for a new person to learn that can make them profit? So y'all
Right.
got any questions or anything for me?
Yeah. What moving average is that? That red data line is the moving average 5 or
That's 14. It's just the
14?
default 14, bro.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah. I'll be
Um,
doing some training over this template as well too. But for the most part, like I said, like it's just Fibonacci. We added Fibonacci in with this as well. It's just extra confirmation, man. That's all it really is.
All right. Cool. Cool. Cool.
So
Cool. Cool.
let me
Nah,
see.
that definitely
I'm
makes
just
sense.
gonna do something. When I draw my Fibonacci as well, I draw I think maybe a little different from most people. I typically go off the most recent high swing to the low or swing to the high that has passed. Um, reason is because these same fib ratios s- tend to stay true until there's a Fibonacci extension beyond one of those points.
That makes sense. All right. All right. All
All
right.
right. Let's see. There's a couple of other Fibonacci ratios that I use as well. So, one would be the 272, and the other one would be the 882.
Fibonacci's. Okay. Okay.
Oh gosh, hold on.
37.50 per line per month. So laugh more, play more, be prepared to be blown away. Because the truth is, the sprint.
Doom, 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 doom. Delete. Let me get to a clean chart, guys. Hold on.
What pair was that? Euro AUD?
Um, the one we was on,
Yeah.
that was Euro CAD actually.
Euro CAD. Alright, cool.
Blank. All right, so excuse me. So for the fib, like I said, I find the most recent history of the 3 to the 3, whichever, whether it's a swing low to swing high or vice versa, and that's what I'm drawing my fib from, as far as understanding. This is going to give you like the main trend feel. Okay. Um. Oh shit, they're here actually. Okay, cool. Now, as you see on these ratios, even though I drew it from a previous wing, right? It's those same ratios are staying true, right? Even in
Mhm.
the future. So that's why I do it that way. Now this 272 ratio is something that I had added, and the 882 is something that I added. Now, the 882 is a nice ratio to let you know whether or not oh come on, whether or not this retracement or pullback in the Elliott wave is going to retrace 100%. All right. So for instance, this is wave 1, right? This is wave 2 to 3. Wave 2 to 3 on Fibonacci can't retrace 100. Well, it can retrace 100%, but you want to be sure for it to be, I guess, how should I say it, more reliable, that it won't retrace 100%. And as you see, this 882 ratio meets right at a key level to where a deviation dot will paint, a key level where the market struggles at, and so forth. It's the same thing with the 272 ratio. Those two ratios have to be added to your Fibonacci tool. So if y'all want to use those, you have to add those. um, let's see. EuroCAD was on 4 hour, right?
I think it was on the hourly.
Oh yeah, there it goes. So with this, like I said, here's your retest that failed. Now what I'm looking for is for this 10 o'clock candle to close bullish and the 11 o'clock to open and remain bullish for maybe like the first 15-minute candle or so, and then you could get in, or you could get in at the top of the 11 o'clock candle. But that's that three candle reversal pattern I was saying about earlier. You're changing momentum and your failure, along with a harmonic pattern painting, along at your entry with the deviation dot. So all I'm waiting for is just for price action to begin to close above the moving average.
What's that? That's Euro CAD hourly for?
Yeah, this is a EuroCAD hourly.
Hourly.
Hell yeah, man. Let's see, GU. All right, guys. GU is a nice short, actually, opportunity. I'm gonna tell you why. These pin bars right here. This is a real nice pin bar, actually. After a nice movement, so price came up here, hit your entry, pulled back. Now these next few candles, they're closing nowhere near the high. All right. Also, you've got your reversal pattern right here, your pin bar and your engulfing bearish candle. Now these two dojis, you could say those are tests. Since they're bullish dojis, you could say those are tests to or towards the high that have failed, right? So on this next candle on the hour chart, 11. Oh, this is 4 hour on GU. This is 4 hour. My bad, guys. So when's the next one come? 1 o'clock. You should
Yeah.
see some. You should see start to see some nice bearish momentum. These candles. This is I just switched to the hour chart. So we've had our change of momentum, right? Our failed tests. Now I'm looking for these candles to begin closing below this moving average. This is what I'm looking for on EuroCAD. I'm looking for the candles to start closing above that average, right? So this is letting me know that hey, we're good looking to short GU. With it being 11, it might be a nice London move, guys. Hell yeah, hell yeah. So GU's got the bat on the 1 hour and bat on the 4 hour with a nice pin bar on the 4 hour for a short opportunity. So,
Can you zoom in just a little bit?
yep,
All right, cool. Thanks.
is that better?
Yeah, that's way better.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. That's a hell of a nice pin bar too. Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Let's see if we can do an Elliott wave markup. Choo. Okay. Let me go to trade view, man. Do you all use trade view much? Trading view?
No, no.
No. It's a nice online tool, man. It helps you
I
mark up.
use it.
Do you?
I use it. It's pretty good. It's clean.
Yeah, it's real clean compared to Meditator 4, man.
It's pretty much. You should use it in conjunction to the markups. Absolutely. Like using MetaTrader to forward to trade, but to like get your analysis, markups, and stuff like that. I like Trading View. It's pretty neat.
Oh yeah, man. I'm right there with you, bro. It's growing on me. What was I doing? GU, GUSD. GBP 1 hour. All right, cool. What I'm about to show you all is Elliott wave. Now, what Elliott wave tells you all, I don't know if you all was on my last training or anything like that, but it tells you market psychology as far as I guess. Well, it's yeah, it gives you market psychology from a trader's point of view. Elliott wave has been around for a hell of a long time. Like over 100 years type of deal. Like it's it was used on the stock market thing. And then a few people used it for forex, added a few more things, switched a few more things, and tweaked it. It's pretty good actually. The reason why I said I was going to switch to trading view is because it actually has the Elliott wave markup tool.
Nice.
So it's real good to basically, count your impulse waves. Let me see. I think that's it. Y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see it.
All right, cool.
I like the zooming abilities.
Oh, I know it. So my deviation dot of a 2 is right here. So that would be my most recent swing higher to swing low. So Elliott wave counts typically, 5 waves before the ABC correction or the ABC trend reversal. Um, So what I would do is I would go from right here to all my swing lows to my swing highs. There's my 5, right? And then let's see. I believe this is it. No. Hold on, I think I drew that completely wrong. Delete. Zero. Move, dog. Alright, so usually there's a D point or an X point, which on to the low or to the last point before the trend will reverse. So I don't know why it's not putting that D on there. But so here's your ABC correction. D would be right here on this point right here. And on D would be your entry before it reverses. Now on Elliott wave, let me explain something. So wave one, they're telling you the impulse waves. Wave one, well, impulse wave one, impulse wave two, impulse wave three. That's similar to Steve Morrow saying, "Hey, push one, push two, push three," right? Now with Elliott, I think Elliott's a little bit easier to use because just due to the fact of how he breaks down his different waves, the different motives, how he describes each wave, and things like that. So like, there's a guideline for it, and I've posted the guideline for it actually online. Um, from wave on this first motive wave, this is wave two right here. As I said earlier, wave two shouldn't it can retrace 100% to all the way up here, but it shouldn't, and it should really pin around the 82 Fibonacci ratio. Where's my Fib tool? Fib, where you at, boy? Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. Jeez, Luis, it's not letting me edit it. So if I was to add to the 882, it should be right around this area. If I go here, it should actually be there. So let me see. I'll go to my chart and show you guys. What's this, GU 1 hour? So here's the 882, and as I said, like it's right around. Oh snap! It's right around this pin bar. It's a nice pin bar at the 882 ratio. That tells you if you wanted to add a second position, you could. Um, so this pull back into the main trend, which is down on wave two. It could retrace, like I said, 100%, but most times than not, for a prime second entry, you don't want it to. It should bounce off the 882. Now this motive wave, the second motive wave, the main characteristic of this one, as Steve Rowder would say, this is driven by, let's say, retail traders. So it's real slow and steady movement typically, and it's usually the wave that has the greatest movement in price or the greatest change in price from a swing low to a swing high. All right. On this pullback and this pullback, there's two characteristics you can really look for. Let's say if this pullback into the main trend is real steep, then this pullback would be real flat. It should be like real flat and consolidation on moving sideways. Um, that's like I said, those are just guidelines, guys. Not always true. Let me see if I can find one that's picture perfect, actually. Let me see. Whatever. So if this retrace right here was more sideways, or let's say more rectangle, which actually kind of really is more rectangle, and this is more, I guess, more of a deeper retracement. That's typically the characteristics of them, but they flip-flop. Now, let's say had this one been a nice deep retracement, then this retracement into the main trend would be more sideways, or like a more of a flag or a pennant, so to say. All right. Um, this motive wave, the last motive wave, is typically aggressive, and it's that way to, it's that way to basically psychologically get you to place your orders in continuation of the trend. So that's why if you all notice, hey, this is not a nice aggressive movement on phase one. Phase two, retail is choppy. Phase three, market makers, it's still aggressive movements to get you to bite and still selling before it does a nice ABC correction and gets right out of there and kills your account. Now, the key to using Elliott Wave is to be able to recognize the main trend first and then the cycles within cycles. I'm not going to get too in depth into that, guys, tonight. Like I said, I've got some recorded training on that, and we'll go over that as we get to that chapter in the training that I'm going to do. Y'all got any questions for me? Where'd Nasir go?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, bro? Yeah.
Can it exceed the five wave?
Yeah, it can exceed the five waves actually. I believe it could if it exceeds five, the next one would be I think like seven, and then the next one would be nine. Like I've seen it do that a few times, but not really too often. So like it can.
Is it from like, for example, if you're on a 1 hour, you may see more waves than because of the completion of the 4 hour.
Right, exactly.
Because there's waves and waves, right?
Exactly. There's waves and waves. And I cover that on the training too. So if you can So just really to be have the most success with it, mark it up on either the 1 hour or the 4 hour, as far as marking up the major trend or the major cycle first. And then
That's what's on.
that's going to allow you to identify, the cycles within the cycles or the waves within the wave.
What's
So
up, guys?
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
what's going on, my man?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I was waiting. I was like, yeah, finally I can get on.
Waiting for the spot.
I know that's right, man. That's what's up. What you been
I
doing,
see I
bro?
see you
Yeah.
dropping some mad keys on here.
Oh man, I'm just getting started, bro. Today was just like I said. I just wanted to introduce people to me, let people know, what direction we're headed as far as like training material and things like that. So,
Hmm.
um, I think we've got a nice little platform already started, or pathway created by Christopher Terry. I'm just gonna be touching up and brushing up on it, and going a little bit in depth on it because I know nobody, as far as on Facebook and these trade groups, are really training on his material, and that's probably confusing a lot of people who are in the industry, so
Hmm.
or coming
Look,
into it as
look like
newcomers.
you showing some Elliott waves at the moment from what I'm looking at.
Yeah, actually, that's what I was showing. Elliott Wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's
Now
what.
I do not know how to trade with Elliott waves.
Really?
Nah.
See, man, it's. I just picked it up probably about 6 months ago, man, and it's been nice to me, honestly. So like, honestly, bro, it's easier than Steve Morrow, but it teaches you Steve Morrow.
Ah, I
You
see, I
know what I
see, I
mean?
see.
So it's a different way to teach Steve Morrow, and I honestly think Steve Morrow derived it from Elliot because Elliot's been around for over a century. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
Elliot's the truth, dude. Like so.
I guess I feel like I'm a new student, learning some
Yeah,
Elliott
man.
ways.
Um, if you haven't already though, I got a nice little type up literature on Elliott Wave with some
hmm
pictures and stuff like that, bro. If you just go download that and read it, man, you'll have a better understanding of how Elliott works because I've got some guidelines to use and some different characteristics of each of the different waves and modals and things like that. So it's pretty nice, honestly, man. It helps you know where you are in a trend and helps you judge a trend. So
That's what's up, man. Really what's up.
yeah, it's also I mean it's something that Christopher Terry uses as well as part of his model. So it only makes sense for us to really be teaching you guys some of the stuff that he teaches. You know what I mean? I need this stuff to boom. I caught a trade out earlier this morning, man.
Oh, where? What pair is that?
It was a GBP odd. So Wallace, you mixed the fib levels with what?
I ain't even took a trade today.
So Wallace, you mixed the scanner with fib levels? Yeah, that's one thing I do. I mix. Here's the main things I've been using here lately. Fib levels, Elliott, my deviation dots, and the supply and demand. That's really it. I still, like I said, I still use Nano on my mobile, but other than that, yeah.
Those dots. Okay, I got the indicator, but I do not know like what to do.
You
Like,
s- you don't know, you don't have the dots? Is that what you
I mean,
said?
I have it, but like I don't know how to. I don't know what to do. Like, what does it
Oh,
mean?
those are Here, let me go back to my screen. Hold on, real
I
quick.
thought I thought it, I thought it was like level counting at first. Feel like
No,
like
it's there's standard deviation, and Chris used standard deviation as well. It's telling you that the average of price has wandered away from the mean, or price has wandered away from the average that it was trading in.
hmm
So how I use them is part of a zigzag formation along with Elliott to judge what what phase I'm in Elliott and so forth. Let me share my screen real quick.
Gotcha.
Oh, excuse me. Let me zoom out real quick. All right. So this is the 4 hour on EuroCAD, right?
Yeah.
Here we've got our double top, if you want to say our M formation.
hmm
So here's phase one or wave one or whatever, and then here's wave two pullback. Now this pullback is more of a pennant, so it's more it's a bearish pennant, so it's still gonna come down some more because like I said, this is just wave one, two, three, four, blah blah blah. We're looking for something like that. Let me draw some trend lines real quick. Oh shit, I don't want that at all. Never mind, I can't use this program. That's what I hate about that. But you get what I'm saying. So if we went from right here, from this swing high to this swing low, and then from this swing low to this swing high, that's creating wave one to two, right? So
Yeah.
right now we're looking for wave two to three. So we're looking for a nice little drop. The way Christopher Terry measures his is he takes market geometry. EuroCAD. I'm gonna go back to TradeView, bro. Hold on. So that way I can really show you what I'm talking about. What's that? EuroCAD 4 hour. All right. All right. So starting from this point, right, we're going from zero, swing low, swing high, swing low to this point somewhere over here to down somewhere still. All right. Now, as I was telling you all earlier about the different pullbacks into the main trend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Notice this first trend, how steep it is into the main trend, right? On this second pullback, notice how flat it is. All right, and that's what you're looking for. So, let's say if this pullback was like this, then you could expect this pullback to be like this. They flip flop. The opposite, more flat, basically. Okay, so you've got your first wave right here. Here's your pullback. Your second wave. Let me pull up. Actually, let me pull up this training material.
I've used those deviation that indicator before, and um, the one that I mainly focus on is three. You know, it does
Yeah,
repaint, but usually the three there's a reversal or pretty much the end of a trend. It's an immediate trend end
e-
and immediate trend
exactly.
beginning.
That's what I pretty much swing trade off of is off the
Yeah.
threes. Um, let me show my whole screen real quick because I want you to see this. All right. So here's the guidelines that I pretty much use when I'm applying the Elliott wave. The first one that I'm gonna show you is the guideline of alternation. That's what I was talking about. Now, from here to here and from here to here is what they're focused on the guideline of alternation. On this chart, it would be from here to here and here to here. All right. So since this one is a steep retracement to the trend, this one was more flat. Is basically what that guideline tells you. Um, in wave A and wave B will alternate with a three wave correction. If wave A is a flat type of correction, wave B may be a zigzag type of correction, vice versa. It also states that if the correction begins with a more simple wave for wave A, expect the following wave B and C to be more complex. So that's one of the guidelines that I use to. If you can identify these guidelines, guys, you'll be able to identify Elliott wave. This is something I really recommend that you print out and become familiar with. Because, like I said, if you match this up with Fibonacci on the harmonic scanner, and then whatever else you use, maybe supply and demand or something like that, just a simple price action, you're good to go. Um, what else is there on this that I can cheat you guys?
Where do you find that, bro?
With this right here.
Yeah.
It's actually in my group. I've posted it, I think, in Project 100K. If I haven't, I'll post it tonight for you guys, along with the training as well. Um,
Appreciate it,
so,
brother.
oh hell yeah, bro! Like this right here, like this little guide right here is the shit, bro. When it comes to Elliot, like it's gonna help you a lot because it also, as you keep reading on to it, it's giving you different descriptions about the different waves as well, or the different personalities, right? Let me bold that. So it's telling you, how each of these waves, how what some characteristics of these waves because they're not all going to act the same, and that's
Hmm.
what's ideal about it. You know what I mean? And that's what helps you identify each or what wave you're in or what level you're in. So you follow that along with a simple trend line or something like that. Like we all know, this is going to fall. It's going to cross this bottom point because it has this fifth wave to complete. Another thing about this is market geometry. which Christopher Terry is big on too. Like all this guys is is all training that I'm going to be covering in the future as well in depth. But I'm gonna touch on it for you all tonight as well. Um, Market geometry. Let me see. There's another guideline actually that helps you. It helps you identify what wave you're in and things like that. On here, it's called the guideline of equality. It says that two of the modal subwaves in a five-wave sequence will tend toward equality. That's generally true of non-extended waves. What that means is when wave 3 of an impulse wave is extended, wave 5 will approximately equal wave 1 in price. So what they're talking about is the length from this swing low to this swing high should be about the similar length of this swing low to this swing high. Um, this motive wave right here, as I mentioned earlier, is typically the greater wave in as far as price difference, as you all can see in the demonstration. So what Christopher Terry does a lot is he'll take just a simple line like this, right? And he will mark the swing low or to the swing high or vice versa. He'll copy that line, he'll paste it, and he'll move it to the next spot, right? Now what that does is that gives you damn, I wish I could move that. That gives you a roundabout, area of where
You
this
could just
last
right
wave
right
right here.
click it.
Oh,
Right
is
click
that what
it.
you?
Yeah, just right click and you can delete it.
Oh, okay. Boom, there we go. Good shit right there, dog. So look, so what that does is that gives you a guideline to go off of, which is the guideline of equality. This wave should be about the same length as this wave right here. So if you wanted to get in right here on this short on EuroCAD, what you would do is wait for this next pullback against the trend, wait for it to fail, and then enter into shorts. Because based on that guideline and based on Elliott wave, we already know we have another wave to come down. We already know that it has to break this lower point. We're just now at the beginning of it, right? So when you copy from up here and paste it down here, like I said, it's going to give you a nice area or a nice guesstimate as where this trend, this last wave should end at. And that's basically what this right here, the guideline of equality, is telling you. So Elliott comes with a few different guidelines, guys, that if you just put together with it, bro, the thing's fire, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Nice. Wait, what minute chart are you marking up those four lines on the
I'm using
yeah, that
four
one right
hour.
there.
Yeah, I'm using 4 hour and 1 hour. Typically, you want to start with the 4 hour because that's going to give you a nice feel for a nice main trend that you can actually use. And it's not going to really take too long for it to really fill out or pan out. And if not, you can always use the hour.
Okay.
You can still mark up the hour chart as well, even within oh shit, even within your major trend from the 4 hour, because like you said, there's waves within waves. So you'll still be able to identify some stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. 4 hours.
But that's pretty much all I got for tonight, guys. Like I said, I just wanted tonight to be like a welcome day, welcome week. Get you all, an understanding of what I've got planned for us in the future, and let's rock it out, guys.
No, most definitely, man.
Damn boss.
Appreciate it.
I know it. Don't forget, Demetrius is doing training tomorrow, 7:30. I'm back at it again on Friday. I'll probably just, like I said, touch on a few light things, and next Monday we'll get really rocking and rolling. So that way we give people plenty of time to get used to things. Okay.
All right,
What'd you
cool,
say?
cool, 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 cool. Appreciate it, man.
Nice, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Okay, no.
I didn't hear you.
I didn't either.
I don't know.
What was that, man? Say that again.
I don't know what happened. But all right, guys. Well, I'm off of here until is Christopher Cherry doing a webinar tonight, man?
Yeah.
in about 4 hours. I mean,
Yeah.
3 hours.
Well, let's get some sleep, man. But I'm gonna see what this EuroCAD plays out like. That looks like a nice little setup. Because why I'm saying that is because even on the 4 hour, you've got your three taps to the high already, and it's already got its momentum going down. So what I'm waiting for is a nice pullback or a nice, just a nice retrace into the trend, so I can enter my short again. So
Oh,
I
you looking
missed
to
that
Yeah.
one,
sell?
huh?
You're looking at the EuroCAD.
Yeah, EuroCAD. I'm on a 4 hour. I'm looking to short it, dude.
War.
Huh?
I said, yeah, man.
Yeah, it should go a little lower. So. But all right, guys, man, I'll holler at you all later on this week, later on tonight, and things like that. So if we aren't friends on Facebook, add me. If y'all don't have this Elliott Wave printout, inbox me. I'll get it to you. Um, but let's go catch some pips, guys.
Make it
All
happen.
right, bro.
Hell yeah.